Let me give you a little bit of a background on what we're going to be crafting today. This was done on stream. It used a lot of techniques that I wasn't familiar with. So this is a bit more haphazard than I'm used to. Normally I'm going through the process, explaining the craft as we go. We're doing this, we're doing this. However, the item we are making is something like this, which is for a new build that a lot of people are playing. It's like an explosive Elementalist Alva farmer build. The modifiers we are looking for are adds 1 to 5 lightning damage for each shocked enemy you've killed recently. That's a grasping male modifier. Then we're looking for Elevated Explode or just normal Explode. That comes from Crusader. Then for our third prefix, either life or we go for level of socketed gems. And then for our suffixes, we're going for socketed attacks have minus mana cost. Going for tier 1 spell suppression, that's when you start getting into mirror tier territory. And then the final suffix is just bench. So this was a craft that I started doing on stream, and then folks like PTK and Bazooka Tank and Turtle popped in, and they started giving me some ideas and like kind of talking me through the craft. So this is a very complicated craft. Hopefully the edit all makes sense, but there's a lot of steps that are involved. There's going to be a lot of other crafts for this build: the gloves, the boots, the quiver, and for a few of these crafts there are going to be steps where I'm actually learning while I'm doing it, and I hope that you can learn something too, because this is like the advanced top end of crafting. Enjoy. See you on the other side. Okay, we isolate that mod. Prefix can be changed, imprint, and then reforge defense until we get armor and an empty prefix, then shaper slam it if the suffixes are full. So what we're gonna do now is triple split this into 3 mods, and what we want is the Eshes mod to be isolated. Well, we want it to, you'll see, whatever. Okay, perfect, right? This is good. What we can do now is imprint a null suffix. I have to get over my hatred of and confusion around recoms. Before we use the imprint, we are going to need this thing to be rare. So should we go for the regal then the annul? Why would I remove suffix? Actually, good point, right? Yeah, I'm going to reforge defenses anyway. You're right. So there's life, which is one of the mods we don't want, correct? So this now, we don't want life. We don't want life there. So, okay. Okay, imprint, regal, on. That's a non-native, non-transferable mod. Yeah, okay. So this can't transfer to the other one. Now, this is an avenue of crafting I'm not familiar with, so very high chance that I'm making mistakes and stuff, but you learn by making mistakes. And by having rad people in chat helping. And then we want to hit this with a Shaper Exalt. So then it'll have the Esh mod and 2 non-transferable. Okay, so now we have our first base. For our second base, we have this, and either we go for the level of socketed gems quality, and then we have 2 prefixes, and then we recomb with this, or we try and recomb this with tier 1 life. Remember, it can't be elevated. Oh, you're right. So wait, this mod mustn't be elevated because that is an exclusive mod, and we don't want to have exclusive mods. Is it fine that the Necro is 1 influence? Oh, actually, good point. Before recombing with life, don't we want to first have this thing with 2 influences? Because we can't, once we recomb this and this mod together successfully, hopefully, then we won't be able to add the Warlord influence. So we actually need to add the Warlord influence now. So now what we can do is just this and this. Do we need to remove that mana? That mana is bad. Luckily I made an imprint beforehand. I guess we just annul. I'm usually really good at annulling like that. Yeah, okay. Now the question is, do we recombine these 2 together? Should I scour the suffixes? I think Bazooka said 1s plus 1s can never equal 3s. So this is fine. Elevate later with locks, you monster. You know how my luck with locks is. I never get good luck with this. So what we're really hoping for is necrotic armor with Esh mod and preferably the socketed skill gems. I always fail recombinators. Wait. That's it! We got it the first time! We did it! Oh, yes! Ah, Bazooka and everyone else, thank you. Insane luck. What was the chance of that? Was that a 50-50? It's 50-50, then you don't remember, but it's not that bad, okay. But not lower than 35. 50-50 to win base, and 50-50 to select. So it's like a 1 in 4 to hit what we just hit. It's not a 1 in 4, it's better than that. Yeah, that's a thing. They keep changing, man. Like, I've now learned recombinators, I think 3 times, and then had to learn it this 4th time. I was like, dude, no. They're gonna eventually just remove it from the game, so what's the point? Now, the next modifier we need is minus mana cost of socketed attacks. We can guarantee that mod if we go prefixes cannot be changed, reforge attack. That modifier is guaranteed, but there is a 1 in 12 that our suffixes fill. So the safe way to do it is block, dex, int, slam, prefix cannot be changed, scour repeatedly, but prefix cannot be changed, reforge attack. If fill, lock, elevate, hell yes. It filled. I knew it. Okay, it's fine. 190. Oh boy. So, okay. S tier outcome of this would be the socket attacks gets removed and the explode gets elevated. We're in expensive land right now. Lock. And then we're going to try and... This is going to remove 1 influence modifier and increase the tier of the other one. We're hoping it removes the suffix and elevates a prefix. Okay. Click. Saved. And then we go again. Streamer client. It's payback for this fucking amulet. This thing took 20 Hinakora's lock on a 1 of 8. It's the game giving back. Okay. Please. Game does want me to play the build. Alright, now we lock. Prefix can be changed. Reforge attack. Get the minus mana cost. And we got it. This is an insano chest. What now? If we could exalt on another influence suffix, we could go prefix cannot be changed and then orb of dominance again. Now block, dex int, slam, tier 1 suppress, GG noobs. We could go for the veiled exalt, right? What are the veiled suffixes we could even hit? Like dex int, res. Res would be good. But what if we slam tier 1 suppression? That'd be so cool.
Ah, a familiar face.
Fuck. Tier 1 life regen. I don't want that. We could go prefix cannot be changed annul. Actually, regen's not bad, right? The only thing is that it removes the option to go for the life mastery. Yeah, we can go. Prefix cannot be changed. Prefix cannot be changed annul. Ah, shit. Slam it back on. Okay. I mean... and then... okay, cool. Saved it. You guys... I told you, I'm the annul master. And now we go int dex, slam on T1 suppression. Oh, that's nice. You monster. Scripted. I've ascended. I've unlocked a new level. Yeah, it's revenge for the amulet. You see, Timmy gets it. How do we feel about tier 3 fire res? This chest was ordained by Chris Wilson himself. Having that res is pretty nice, right? Because we can turn it into something else. And it's tier 3. It's a keeper if you're not going to go for another elevate. This chest is pretty damn crazy. So why don't we move on to the bow, and then if we have a whole lot of currency left over, we can maybe be really disgusting and like try for a higher tier of suppression or something like that. That was epic. Thank you to Bazooka Tag and all the other pro crafters in chat, like PTK and everyone else who is giving advice, because I'm really uncomfortable when it comes to recombinator stuff. So I guess we can give this a little bit of a price check just to see. So +1 with Elevated Explode and the Esh mod, there's 0. What if we go for non-Elevated Explode? I think all of them are, instead of running the +1, are instead running the 1 mirror 700 divines. Yeah, this is like a very niche new item. So we've got that, and then we've got this. What the freak? What does this guy know that we don't know? This guy knows something. Okay, we'll maybe come back to this. But we do have lots of other items to craft. We have to do a boat, we have to do a quiver, we have to do gloves, we have to do ring, we have to do boots. There's so much stuff.